I want to tell you something that might sound completely backwards. The fastest way to rebuild your immune system after 60 is not to add something, it is to stop eating for 72 hours. Right now, inside your body, you have old, damaged immune cells that are not dying when they should. They are sitting there, inflamed, leaking chemicals, and blocking the production of fresh, young cells that could actually protect you. And the research shows that a very specific 3-day window can trigger your body to clear them out and start over. I have spent the last 2 decades working with aging biology and metabolic medicine, and today I want to walk you through what actually happens during a 72-hour cellular deep clean, why it matters so much after 60, and how to do it without putting yourself at risk. First, I need to be very clear. I am not telling you to start a 3-day water fast today. That would be irresponsible, especially if you are on medication, have diabetes, heart disease, low blood pressure, or a history of eating disorders. What I am giving you is education, because the science here is too important to ignore, and most people over 60 have never heard it explained properly. After 60, your immune system does not just get weaker, it gets cluttered. This is called immunosenescence. Your bone marrow still makes stem cells, but the signal to turn them into new white blood cells gets muted. At the same time, old neutrophils and lymphocytes hang around too long. They become senescent, meaning they stop working, but they do not die. They pump out inflammatory molecules that drive what scientists call inflammaging, that low-grade fire that makes joints ache, arteries stiffen, and recovery slow down. That is where prolonged fasting comes in. In 2014, researchers at USC, led by Walter Longo, published a landmark study in Cell Stem Cell, showing that prolonged fasting reduces IGF-1 and pKa activity, which triggers hematopoietic stem cells to shift from dormant to self-renewal mode. In both mice and a small phase 1 human trial, cycles of prolonged fasting led to a drop in circulating white blood cells, followed by a rebound regeneration of the entire immune system when refeeding started. In simple terms, the old cells were cleared out, and the stem cells built new ones. More recently, a clinical study using multiomics on healthy adults doing a 72-hour intensive fast found a profound remodeling of innate immune cells. Neutrophils increased their degranulation capacity and cytokine secretion pathways. Translation: the first responders of your immune system became more alert and more effective after the fast. So, what does a 72-hour timeline actually look like inside your cells? In the first 12 to 16 hours, your body burns through liver glycogen. Insulin drops, glucagon rises. This is not autophagy yet. This is just the switch from fed to fasted. Between hour 16 and hour 24, your liver starts making ketones from fat. Your brain begins using them for fuel. mTOR, the growth pathway that normally blocks cellular cleanup, starts to quiet down. Autophagy, your internal recycling program, begins to turn on. Think of autophagy as your cellular housekeeping crew. It identifies broken mitochondria, misfolded proteins, and damaged cell membranes, wraps them up, and sends them to the lysosome to be broken down and reused. Between hour 24 and hour 48 is where things accelerate. Human data suggests that meaningful autophagic flux increases after the first day and deepens through the second day. In animal studies, neuronal autophagy spikes dramatically during short-term fasting, clearing protein aggregates that accumulate with age. This is also when IGF-1, that pro-growth hormone that keeps old cells alive, drops significantly. Lower IGF-1 is the key signal that tells your hematopoietic stem cells it is safe to prune the old immune pool. By hour 48 to hour 72, you enter the immune reset window that Longo's team described. White blood cell counts have declined. Your body senses this as a mild stress, not dangerous, but enough to activate stem cell-based regeneration. Old, dysfunctional lymphocytes undergo apoptosis, programmed cell death. When you refeed, those stem cells proliferate and differentiate into brand new, naive T cells and B cells. You are literally rebuilding a younger immune profile. Now, here's the part no one tells people over 60. Fasting is not one size fits all, and longer is not always better. A large national study looking at fasting duration and mortality in older adults found that fasting windows exceeding about 12.4 hours were associated with higher cardiovascular mortality in that population. That does not mean fasting is dangerous for everyone, but it means if you are over 60, frail, underweight, or have unstable blood pressure, a strict 72-hour water fast may be too aggressive. That is why researchers developed a safer bridge called the fasting mimicking diet. Instead of pure water, you eat a very low-calorie, low-protein, high-fat plant-based protocol for 5 days. About 100 calories on day 1, then around 750 calories on days 2 through 5. USC data showed that 3 monthly cycles of this diet reduced biological age by an average of 2.5 years, lowered insulin resistance, decreased liver fat, and reduced markers of immune system aging. You get many of the autophagy and stem cell benefits without the extreme stress of a water-only fast. If you and your doctor decide a 72-hour water fast is appropriate for you, there are non-negotiables for safety after 60. First, hydration with electrolytes. Do not just drink plain water for 3 days. You need sodium, potassium, and magnesium. A pinch of high-quality sea salt in water, 2 to 3 times a day, prevents the dizziness and heart palpitations that scare people off fasting. Second, do not go from a high-carb diet straight into a 3-day fast. Spend 3 to 4 days before lowering refined carbs and increasing healthy fats. This smooths the transition into ketosis and reduces headaches. Third, movement matters, but it should be gentle. Walk 20 to 30 minutes a day, light mobility, breathing exercises. Do not do high-intensity workouts or heavy lifting while fasted at this age. Your blood pressure regulation is different now. Fourth, sleep is part of the protocol. Autophagy follows a circadian rhythm. Deep sleep at night boosts growth hormone pulses that work synergistically with fasting-induced cleanup. Aim for a dark, cool room and no late-night screens. Fifth, refeeding is where most people mess up. After 72 hours, your digestive enzymes are down-regulated. Do not break the fast with a steak or a huge bowl of pasta. Start with a small portion of easily digestible food, like bone broth, steamed vegetables, or a small serving of fermented food. Wait 60 to 90 minutes, then have a normal balanced meal with protein to give your stem cells the amino acids they need to rebuild. What can you realistically expect? You will not feel amazing the whole time. Day 1 is usually hunger and habit. Day 2 is often the hardest, with low energy and brain fog as ketones rise. By late day 2 into day 3, most people report mental clarity improves, joint stiffness decreases, and that puffy inflamed feeling fades. That is not placebo. That is lower insulin, lower circulating inflammatory cytokines, and active autophagy. And this is not about weight loss. Yes, you will lose water and some fat, but the real prize is immune remodeling. In older adults, intermittent fasting approaches have been associated with reduced inflammation, enhanced autophagy markers, and improved immune cell function, which may help counter frailty. But researchers are also clear that long-term safety in frail populations still needs more study. Let me give you the bigger picture. We live in a world that tells you to eat 6 small meals, snack for energy, never be hungry. After 60, that constant feeding keeps mTOR switched on, which keeps autophagy switched off. Old cells accumulate. The immune system gets crowded and confused. A periodic, intentional pause gives your biology a chance to catch up on maintenance. If a full 72-hour fast feels too much, start with a 24-hour dinner-to-dinner fast once a month. Or talk to your doctor about a supervised fasting mimicking diet cycle. Even periodic 24 to 48-hour windows can increase autophagic flux in humans, according to recent exploratory analyses. Here is what I want you to do next. Write down every medication and supplement you take. Bring that list to your primary care doctor and ask specifically, would a 72-hour fast or a fasting mimicking cycle be safe for me, given my blood pressure, kidney function, and medications? Do not adjust diuretics, blood pressure meds, or diabetes drugs on your own. Fasting changes how your body handles all of them. Second, if you get clearance, pick a low-stress 3-day window. Not a week with travel, not during an infection. Your immune system is already working then. You want a calm period where sleep and hydration are easy. Third, track how you feel. Morning energy, evening hunger, sleep quality, joint stiffness on a scale of 1 to 10. The data matters more than the scale. Your immune system is not fixed at 60, 70, or 80. It is dynamic. It responds to signals. Prolonged fasting is one of the most powerful signals we know to trigger cellular cleanup and stem cell-based immune renewal. The science from USC, from human immune remodeling studies, and from autophagy research all points in the same direction. A 72-hour cellular deep clean, done correctly and safely, can help your body clear the old and make room for the new. If this opened your eyes to what is actually possible inside your cells, share it with someone you love who is over 60 and still thinks decline is inevitable. Drop a comment and tell me what surprised you most, hour 24, hour 48, or the refeeding window. I read every comment, and your questions shape the next deep dives we do. Take care of the system that takes care of you. Give it a pause, give it the right signals, and let your biology do what it was designed to do: clean, repair, and renew. I will see you in the next video.